What's good my G's, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video, and today I'll be ranking every single Ultra Ink Brush animation in the game. Just something a little bit different to put up on the channel instead of a PvP or a revisit. I've been feeling a little bit ill, so I didn't really want to feel like playing a lot of PvP today. More videos on the way. I've been a little bit sick like I said, so I just haven't uploaded much this week. Shout out to Demon Wheels for the actual Ultra Ink Brush video, because I haven't got every single one in the game. And on top of that, if you want to use this link, this tier list, there will be a link in the description, so definitely check that out and maybe tag me on Twitter or in the comments and I will see what you guys think. So let's head straight into it. Let's not waste any more time and let me know what you think about my list. Alright, so let's get started with this. We're going to start off, obviously it's going to be in order. So we've got Super Saiyan Goku. Yeah, I've always loved this like simplistic aesthetic with the white background and just the actual ink brush animations. Clean, man. Definitely one of the best in the game. Transition, it all looks good. It all looks good. And then when this rock flies past the screen and it goes closer, they cooked with this. They genuinely cooked with this so much. So, my opinion, like I said, I really like the simplistic style of it, and I wish some of these newer Ultras would have it. I do like the advanced ones as well. They all look good. Transition, one of the best in the game, with the eyes obviously being the yellow Super Saiyan aura and then his head just showing up and zooming out. Definitely one of the best. I'm putting this in Z tier straight away. All time, definitely one I've used a lot on the home screen, and definitely one of the better ones in the game. Right, let's move on. This is the Vegeta one. I'm just going to say straight up, I never really enjoyed this one all that much. I think it was definitely hype when it came out, but looking back at it now, I don't really like this that much. Very simplistic, the card art itself. The hair moves quite quickly and it looks like it's just one big block of hair. So for me, I think the actual ink brush part is too short. I don't necessarily like it as much as I would have liked the Namek one. So for me, I think this one's definitely going into B tier. I think that's going to be a more common thing I'm going to see with a lot more people's lists. I just generally don't like that Vegeta one all that much. Okay, next we got the other free-to-play Ultra, Shenron. Easily one of the best in the game. Easily one of the best in the game. Everything looks good. Sounds great. Transition, very nice. And obviously, if people haven't noticed, in his aura you see all the other shadow dragons, and it just looks good in general. The way he moves, very, very nice art. Colors are great. Voice lines are great. Like I said, sound effects are great as well. And I think this one is better than the Goku one in my opinion, so I'm going to put that one in Z tier as well. I just generally love this one quite a lot. I used it as well on my home screen a lot. I see a lot of other people using it right now because it just looks great. Like the colors are good, white with the purple, the blue, the pinks. It just all looks really, really good together. The very first summonable Ultra definitely has some of that simplistic style that I'm looking for, like the Namek Goku one, with a great transition there. That is a beautiful transition. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to replay that one. That is a very nice transition. That dust cloud that comes in the way to transition into the actual Ultra art. Yeah, that's hard. That's good. That's good. Okay, that one, so far, of the 3-4 we've looked at, my favorite one. Easily. I know there's a bit of fusion bias, whatever. I love fusion, but it just is a really good looking one, and that's also going into Z tier. I think a lot of these will be going into Z tier. They're all really good, obviously. But I'm going to rank them against each other. So some of them will be S tier, A tier, B tier, and the real godly tier ones, we'll get to those. But definitely Super Gogeta, I've always loved the way his hair moves similarly to the Namek Goku. Voice lines are great, transitions great, and the actual ink brush animation has that simple style that I like. Very, very nice. Alright, Ultra Blue Kaioken, definitely quite clean as well. That power up was always nice. Definitely always enjoyed that.
I'll show you a neat trick.
Also a very nice transition. For me, I don't know. I like it, but I don't like it enough to put into Z tier. I think the actual card art itself just doesn't move as much as I want it to. When you consider that he is flying through the air doing a punch, you kind of expect the clothes to move a bit. Maybe the hair move back a bit rather than just like side to side. So for me, that one's definitely going into S tier. Still a very good Ultra art, but for me, I don't think it's up there with the best ones we've seen so far. Okay, we've got Super Vegeta. Also has that simple style that I like, very nice. I think they still stuck to this style up until like Gogeta Blue, I'm pretty sure. I mean, that transition never gets old, and the actual card art, my god, that is beautiful. I won't lie, that is beautiful. Very, very nice. Transition's good. Okay, I don't want to make it look like I'm biased on the fusions, but they always do look very good. I think it's better than Namek Goku's, but I still prefer Omega's. So this one's going just in between those two. I don't know if that's a hot take. I do think Omega's is one of the best in the game. Very nice. I think the actual card art, I think the sides, they are a little bit simple. It's just basically blue sky with Goku, Vegeta in the background. I kind of would like to see a little bit more there, but other than that, very clean. Transition's great. The actual Ultra Ink brush stuff is quite nice. You get to see the transformation. Very, very good art. Let's head on to the next one. Yeah, Broly. That one. That one. It's so good. It's so good. This is, I think this is where they started to go really advanced. Yeah. Yeah, best one we've looked at so far. Best one we've looked at so far. Everything looks good. Colors look good. Decent transition. Could be a bit better, to be honest. But I think if that transition was a little bit better, I would have put it godly. It's going into the top of Z tier. Very nice. The actual ink brush, very clean. The transition when that's like that small circle into Broly just like showing off, just looks really, really good. Damn. Gogeta Blue. Yeah, this one's going to be one of the best of all time. I just really like that they included every transformation. They didn't have to include Super Saiyan Gogeta as well, or Super Gogeta, sorry.
Let's get things started.
That's so good. It's too good. It's too good. I think we have our first godly here, guys. I think we have our first godly. Transition, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Yep. That's going into godly. Definitely one of the best of all time. I think you can even argue in some cases it's still the best one in the game. Just looks good. You get to experience base Gogeta, then you get to experience Super Gogeta, then Gogeta Blue obviously, and then transition is just very nice with that clean sound effect they did add. Definitely one of my favorites of all time. Definitely a favorite in the community, I would say as well. W, first godly one. Let's get to the next one. Okay, we've got Ultra Hit. It's clean, don't get me wrong, it's very clean. I do like this part where you see his face in the cracked glass.
Time skip is unbeatable.
I do think it's a bit simple, and I kind of wish they did a little bit more in his actual art. I think the effects and the aura carry it quite a lot, but I do understand it's Ultra Hit. He's always usually quite calm and chill, so hands in the pocket with the trench coat moving, it makes sense. But I think for me, it's going to go into S tier just behind the Kaioken Goku. I think I prefer the Kaioken Gokus a little bit more. I just think the actual aura and effects of the art carry it more than the actual render of Hit himself. But it's a very good, clean art, by the way. S tier is not bad. It just means it's very good. Whew, this one. Yeah, that's definitely clean. The attention to detail, by the way, if you haven't noticed, he actually has finger twitches when he puts the sword in him.
You do well to savor
This is a ridiculous art, man. This is a ridiculous art. I think it's better than Broly's. I don't know if it's better than Broly's actually, if I think about it now. I don't want to put in godly because I don't think it's godly, but I do think it's better than Ultra Broly's, the ink art specifically. The one thing I don't like, I wish it would have transitioned from his eye into his face and then maybe zoomed out. I don't know if I can describe it here. There we go. Let's have a look at that real quick. I think they should have made a better attempt to transition it a bit better. I do still like the transition, but I think it could have been so much cleaner if they zoomed in on his eye and then zoomed out, like this part. If they'd shown the render, like full screen there and then zoomed out, it would have been beautiful. But for me, I think that's what lets it down. Overall, the card animation and the ink art are very, very nice. So I think, safe to say, I'm going to put him top of Z tier for now. Alright, Kid Buu. I never really liked this art, I'm just going to say that straight away. I think this looks pretty clean, but in general, I think the art just is a bit of a miss from my opinion. It doesn't transition well, and the render itself, just one of the most boring ultra art animations we've seen. So for me, I'm a little bit of a hater on it, but I'm going to have to put it in A tier. I really dislike this art. I I think some aspects of the Ultra Ink brush are definitely there and they're very good, especially when the planet explodes and stuff like that. But for me, I just never really enjoyed the art, so I'm going to put it in A tier for now. I know some people like it, some people dislike it, some people hate it. I think I'm a bit neutral. Don't think it's the greatest one. I wouldn't put it on the same tier as Kaioken or Hits, but A tier I think is pretty fitting for him. The Ultra that avoids me. Yeah, this is clean. This, like... Sorry, I'm gonna have to go back here. I'm gonna have to go back here. That smooth, like, I don't know what you want to call it. This part where it moves by his shoes is quite smooth. I like this a lot. And it also keeps some of that simplistic Ultra style I do like. See, this is what I like. This is what I like. When they have, like... The transition is just smooth. Like you've got the eye aura like outline and then his head starts and lines up perfectly with it. I think that's one thing they're missing on a lot of these Ultras and something that I really want to see happen more often. Vegeta Blue is one of them, and then transition obviously looks great. This transition is quite nice, very nice. I think this is also another godly tier art in my opinion. Do I like it more than the Gogeta Blue one? I think I do. I really do think I do like it a little bit more. So yeah, that's probably going to be it for Vegeta Blue. Best one so far, in my opinion, of what we've ranked, and it's going top of godly for me. Alright, Janemba, this part's clean. I do like this part quite a lot. Alright, that's where it kind of falls off for me, and then obviously his render as well suffers Kid Buu. It basically doesn't move, which I find strange. Like, I'm going to have another look at it again. I don't see it often enough, so I just want to have a look and try and solidify my comments I'm about to make. This part I like, it's clean. But in this part, it just doesn't have any impact. The way it just instantly cuts from him about to swing to him having already swung, it doesn't look good in my opinion. And then obviously it's like, let me show you again. This part, look, he's standing already. There's no transition or nothing. So for me, I never really liked this. I think it's worse than Kid Buu, so it's going to go bottom of A tier for me. Could even be B tier, to be honest. It could definitely be B tier, but I think they do a couple of aspects a lot nicer than Vegeta's one. And then obviously he's basically standing still. Yeah, it just ain't much. Now, UI Goku, the last Ultra on this list. My god, I'm going to have to go to the beginning again.
Goku! Don't you fail, dude! I can't afford to lose. Everyone's counting on me.
Oh my god. Yeah, this Ultra art, this one, I had to stay quiet for it because everything just works so perfectly. The voice lines, everyone in his mind, the stuff he's hearing, it's so good. The one thing, like I said, that does let me down a little bit, I've said it for multiple ones, I wish the actual transition from the eye would have been a lot nicer, but this part, everything's so good, so well animated.
Don't you fail, dude.
I think it'd be a failure if I said it wasn't godly, but that specific transition, I don't really like it that much. But then we've got, obviously, this just looks clean, the actual art, the way it moves. Very, very nice. Very, very clean. So, let me go back a little bit here. So yeah, we're going to rank Goku, last one of the list. Definitely godly. Definitely godly. But would I rank it higher than Gogeta Blue? For me, I don't think it's going to be higher than Gogeta Blue. I do like it a lot, but again, the transitions that Gogeta and Vegeta Blue have and a lot of these other Ultras just look a lot better than UI Goku's. I think his main Ultra Ink art is definitely one of the best in the game. And you know what, I'll put him over Gogeta Blue just because his ink art is the best, but the transition lets it down, and then you've got a pretty good main art. Doesn't move as much, obviously, but what can you do? Definitely still a very good art, and I think Godly is fitting for him. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed recording it, looking back at all these Ultras we've got. I mean, we've got around, I think we've got like 14 Ultras in total now, and I remember back then we were just waiting for the next one. Oh, next 3 months we'll get an Ultra. And now we have 14 of them. I definitely think this year we could get to around 18. I think that's a pretty good number. But yeah, let me know if you guys agree. Let me know if you guys are making your own. Tag me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.